So our progress report says we are at stage 3, paragraph page 137.
Yes.
Okay, and our last headword was British New Word type of lesson. Okay, so let's start with revision. Ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Position. Where's my nose? Where's my nose? Your nose above
Your
your
nose
mouth.
above your mouth.
Where's my chin? Where's my chin? Your chin's
Your
below your
chin
mouth.
below your mouth.
Where's the ceiling? Where's the ceiling? The ceiling's above
The
our
ceiling
heads.
above our head.
Are my feet above the table? Are my feet above the table? No, your feet
No,
aren't
your
above the
feet
table.
aren't above the
They're
table.
below the table.
They are below the table.
Very good. Tell me the names of the months of the year. Tell me the names of the months of the year, please. The names
Uh,
of the
the name
months
the name of the
of
month
the year
are
are of
of
the
the
year
year
are
are
January, February,
January,
March,
February,
April,
March,
May,
April,
June,
May,
July,
April,
August,
July, August,
September, October,
September,
November,
October,
and
November, and
December.
December.
Very good. What's this month? What's this month? This month's
This month, November.
very good. What was last month? What was last month? Last month was
Last month was October.
what will next month be? What will next month be? Next month will be
The, the next month will be December.
what will the month after next be? What will the month after next be? The month after
The
next
month
will be
after next will
January.
be January.
Very good. What was the month before last? What was the month before last? The month
The
before
month
last was
before last was September.
September. Very good. What do the letters AM mean after the time? What do the letters AM mean after the time? The letters
The
AM mean
letters mean
antemeridium
antimedium
after the time.
after the time.
Very good. What do the letters PM mean after the time? What do the letters PM mean after the time? The letters
The
PM mean
letters PM
post
mean
meridium after the time.
postmedium after the time.
Very good. What's the difference between AM and PM? What's the difference between AM and PM? The difference between
The difference
AM and
between
PM
AM
is
and
that we
PM
use
is
AM
that we use
for the time
PM
before
for the
midday
time before
and
midday
PM for the
and
time
PM
after
for the time
midday.
for the midday
After midday.
after midday.
Very good. Do we say 20 to 4 a.m.? Do we say 20 to 4 a.m.? No, we don't
No,
say
we
20
don't
to
say
4 a.m.
24 a.m.
We say 3:40 a.m.
3:40 a.m.
Reagan, what time do you eat your breakfast? What time do you eat breakfast? I eat breakfast at
I eat breakfast at 7 a.m.
very good. What time do you eat dinner? What time do you eat dinner? I eat dinner at
I eat dinner at 8 p.m.
very good. What can we use instead of the words many and much? What can we use instead of the words many and much? We can use a
We
lot
can
of
use a
instead
lot
of
of
many and
it
much.
instead of many and much.
Very good. Are there a lot of people in a small village? Are there a lot of people in a small village? No, there aren't
No,
a lot of
there aren't
people
a lot
in a
of
small
people
village.
in a small
There are
village.
few people
There are few
in a small
people
village.
in a small village.
Very good. Do the English drink a lot of coffee? Do the English drink a lot of coffee? No, the
No,
English don't
the
drink
in
a lot.
the English
One more.
drink.
The English is like people in England. One more. No, the English
No, the English
don't drink a lot of
don't drink
coffee.
a lot of
They
coffee.
drink a lot of tea.
They drink a lot of tea.
Greg, do you like to see a room with a lot of flowers in it? Do you like to see a room with a lot of flowers in it? Yes or no?
Yes,
I like to see a room
I like the
with
room,
a lot of flowers
a lot of flowers
in it.
in it.
Very good. Do you put a lot of butter on your bread? Do you put a lot of butter on your bread? Yes or no?
Yes,
I put a lot of
I
butter
put a lot of
on
butter
my bread.
on my bread.
Very good. Do we use our mouths for both eating and speaking? Do we use our mouths for both eating and speaking? Yes, we use
Yes,
our
we
mouths
use our
for
mouth
both eating
for
and
both
speaking.
eating and speaking.
Very good. Can you speak both Chinese and Japanese? Can you speak both Chinese and Japanese? Yes or no? I
No,
can't speak both
I can speak both.
Chinese and
I
Japanese.
speak Japanese.
One more. No, I can't
No,
speak both
I can speak both
Chinese and Japanese.
Chinese, Chinese and Japanese.
I speak only
I
Japanese.
speak only Japanese.
Very good. Okay. Do you go to the cinema a lot? Do you go to the cinema a lot? Yes or no?
No,
I don't go to the
I
cinema
don't
a
go
lot.
to the cinema a lot.
Maybe watch Netflix or Amazon. Okay. Do you read a lot? Do you read a lot? Yes or no?
Yes,
I read a lot.
I read a lot.
Do you eat a lot? Do you eat a lot? Yes or no?
Yes,
I eat a lot.
I eat a lot.
Me too. Okay. Does she eat a lot? Does she eat a lot? Yes or no?
No,
She doesn't eat a lot.
she doesn't eat a lot.
That's why she's thin. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you use your mobile phone a lot? Do you use your mobile phone a lot? Yes or no?
Yes,
I use my mobile
I
phone
use
a lot.
my mobile phone a lot.
Very good. Do you want anything to eat at the moment? Do you want anything to eat at the moment? Yes or no?
No,
I don't want anything
I don't want
to eat
anything
at the moment.
to eat at the moment.
Very good. If she wants something to eat, where must she go? If she wants something to eat, where must she go? If she wants
If
something
she
to
wants
eat,
snacks to eat,
Homer, if she wants something
she wants
to eat,
something to
she
eat,
must go either home,
she must go either
home,
a home
or to a restaurant.
or to a restaurant.
Very good. Do you want anything to drink at the moment? No, it's too early. Do you want anything to drink at the moment? Yes or no?
Yes,
I want something to
I want
drink at
something
the moment.
to drink at the moment.
Very good. If he wants something to drink, where must he go? If he wants something to drink, where must he go? If he
Yes,
wants,
if
if
he
he wants
wants
something to drink,
something to
he
drink,
must go
he
either
must
home
go either
or
home
to a bar
or to a park
or a pub.
or pub.
Very good. If you want to eat in a restaurant, about how much money must you have? If you want to eat in a restaurant, about how much money must you have? If I want to eat
If I
in
want
a
to eat
restaurant,
in a
I must
restaurant,
have about,
I must have about $100.
oh, very expensive restaurant. Okay,
Yeah,
next.
yeah.
If you want to hear people speaking Chinese, which country must you go to? If you want to hear people speaking Chinese, which country must you go to? If I want to hear
If I want to
people
hear
speaking Chinese,
people speaking
I must
Chinese,
go to
I must go to
China.
China.
Very good. Can you play the piano? Can you play the piano? Yes or no?
No,
I can't play the piano.
I can't play the piano.
Can you play tennis? Can you play tennis? Yes or no?
Yes,
I can play tennis.
I can play tennis.
Very good. What do we say to people between about 6 a.m. and 12 p.m.? 12 noon. What do we say to people between about 6 a.m. and 12 p.m.? We say good morning to
We
people
say good morning to
between
people
about
between
6 a.m.
about
and
6
12
a.m.
p.m.
and 12 p.m.
Very good. And what do we say to people between about 12 p.m. and 5 p.m.? What do we say to people between about 12 p.m. and 5 p.m.? We say good afternoon
We say
to
good
people
afternoon to
between
people
about 12 p.m.
between about
and
12
5
p.m.
p.m.
and 5 p.m.
What do we say to people between about 5 p.m. and 10 p.m.? What do we say to people between about 5 p.m. and 10 p.m.? We say good evening to
We
people
say good evening to
between
people
about 5
between
p.m.
about
and
5 p.m.
10 p.m.
and 10 p.m.
And what do we say when we say goodbye after 10 p.m. or when we go to bed? And what do we say when we say goodbye after 10 p.m. or when we go to bed? We say good night.
We
When
say good
we say
night
goodbye
when we say
after
goodbye
10 p.m.
after 10
or when
p.m.
we go to bed
on when we went to go bed.
or when we go to bed.
When we go to bed,
Very good. Do you come here in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, or at night? Do you come here in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, or at night? I come here in the
I
morning,
come here in the
not
morning,
in the afternoon,
not in the
In the evening
afternoon,
or at
in the
night?
evening, or at night.
Very good. Okay, next. Where's my? Here you go. What's this? What's this? It's a piece of paper.
It's piece of paper.
Very good. Are there any pieces of paper on the table? Are there any pieces of paper on the table? Yes or no?
No,
There aren't any
there
pieces
aren't
of
any
paper
pieces
on the
of
table.
paper on the table.
About how many pieces of bread do you eat with your lunch? About how many pieces of bread do you eat with your lunch? I eat about
I eat about 2 pieces
of bread with my
of
lunch.
bread with my lunch.
Very good. What's the difference between a country and the country? What's the difference between a country and the country? The difference between
The difference
a
between
country
a
and the
country
country
and the
is that
country
a country
is that a
is a
country
nation,
is a nation,
whereas the country
whereas the
is the
country
opposite of the
is the
town.
opposite of the town.
Wait, what's the name of your country? What's the name of your country?
Japan
Is the name of my
is
country.
the name of my country.
What's your nationality? What's your nationality? My nationality is.
My nationality is Japanese.
What nationality is Mr. Callan? What nationality is Mr. Callan? Mr. Callan is
Mr. Karen
British.
is British.
Very good. And that's the end of our revision. Very good. You're very fast. Excellent. Very good.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
So let's start new word. Okay, repeat. So this one is live.
Live.
Very good. So for that spelling, Live, live is a noun. While if we read it as live, it will be an adjective. Okay. Okay, but now
Okay.
let's have live as a verb. Okay. Live is a verb. For example, the Brown family, this is the Brown family, lives
Yep.
in this house. I live in the countryside. Other people
Mhm.
live in the city. Maybe you live
Mhm.
in the city, right?
Yep.
Okay. Another meaning of live is, for example, some people want to live for 100 years. Others don't.
Mhm.
Okay, let's practice.
Okay.
Do you live in the country? Do you live in the country? Yes or no?
Yes,
I live in the country.
I live in the country.
Do most children live with their parents? Do most children live with their parents? Yes, most
Yes,
children live
most
with
children
their
live
parents.
with their
Do
parents.
you want to live for 100 years? Do you want to live for 100 years? Yes or no?
No,
I don't want to live
I don't want to
for
live
100 years.
for 100 years.
Maybe 99. That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
Next, repeat. Pleasant. One more. Pleasant.
Uh, Pleasant,
Unpleasant.
unpleasant,
Gas.
gas.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word pleasant and unpleasant are both adjectives. They're describing verbs. While the word gas is a noun. Pleasant means good. Unpleasant means bad or not good. It's
Mhm.
the opposite of pleasant.
Yep.
We use gas to make cars run. For
Mhm.
example, flowers smell pleasant, but gas smells unpleasant. Let's practice. Does gas smell pleasant? Does gas smell pleasant? No. Gas
No,
doesn't smell pleasant.
gas doesn't smell
It smells
pleasant. It
unpleasant.
smells unpleasant.
Do flowers smell unpleasant? Do flowers smell unpleasant? No. Flowers
No,
don't smell
flowers don't
unpleasant.
smell
They
unpleasant.
smell pleasant.
They smell pleasant.
Do most people think work is a pleasant thing? Do most people think work is a pleasant thing? Yes or no?
No,
Most people don't
most
think
people
work
don't think
is a pleasant
work
thing.
is pleasant
They
thing.
think it's an
They think
unpleasant thing.
it's unpleasant thing.
Yeah, but we need it, right? Okay, next.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is Paris an unpleasant city? Is Paris an unpleasant city? No. Paris
No,
isn't
Paris
an
isn't
unpleasant city.
unpleasant city.
It's a pleasant city.
It's a pleasant city.
Very good. Next, repeat. Glass.
Glass,
Glass. Cup.
glass, cup.
Very good. Okay, listen. Glass and cup are both nouns. We use it for drinking. For example, we drink wine from a glass, a wine glass. But we drink coffee from a cup. It's thicker because it's hot. Let's practice. What do we drink wine from? What do we drink wine from? We drink wine
We
from a
drink wine
glass.
from a glass.
Do we drink coffee from a glass? Do we drink coffee from a glass? No, we don't
No,
drink coffee
we don't drink
from a
coffee
glass.
from a
We drink
glass.
it from a cup.
We drink it a cup
From a cup.
from a cup.
Very good. Next, repeat longer than. Okay, one more. Longer than.
A longer than,
Shorter than.
shorter than.
Okay, so those words we use for comparing things. Okay, listen. Longer than and shorter than are adjectives. Longer than is the comparative of long. Shorter than is the opposite of longer than. For example, the room is longer than the table, and the table is shorter than the room.
Mhm.
Okay, let's practice. Is the table longer than the room? Is the table longer than the room? No, the table
No,
isn't
the
longer
table
than
isn't
the room.
longer than the
It's
room.
shorter than the room.
It's shorter than the room.
Very good. Okay, next, another comparative. Higher than,
Higher than,
lower than.
lower than.
Very good. Okay, listen. Higher than and lower than are also adjectives. Higher than is the comparative of high. Lower than is the opposite of higher than. For example, the door is higher than the table,
Mhm.
and the table is lower than the door.
Mhm.
Okay, let's practice. Is the table higher than the door? Is the table higher than the door? No, the table
No,
isn't
the
higher
table
than the door.
isn't higher than the
It's
door.
lower than the door.
It's lower than the door.
Very good. Okay, next. Larger than,
Larger than,
smaller than.
smaller than.
Very good. Okay, listen. Larger than and smaller than are also adjectives. Larger than is the comparative of large, and smaller than is the opposite of larger than. For example, a city is larger than a village. A village is smaller than a city. Okay, let's practice. Is a village larger than a city? Is a village larger than a city? No, a village
No,
isn't
a village
larger than a
isn't
city.
larger than a
It's
city.
smaller than a city.
It's smaller than a city.
Very good. Next, the longest.
Longest,
The longest.
the longest.
River,
River,
Nile,
Nile,
world.
world.
Very good. Okay, listen. The longest is an adjective. It is the superlative of long. River, Nile, and world are nouns. For example, the river Nile in Egypt is the longest river in the world. We live in the world or earth. Let's practice. Which is the longest street in your town? Which is the longest street in your town? Let's say ABC Street
The IBC Street
is the longest street in my
is the
town.
longest street in my town.
Which is the longest river in the world? Which is the longest river in the world? The Nile's
The
the
Nile,
longest river
the longest
in the
river
world.
in the world.
Very good. Next, the highest
The highest
mountain,
mountain.
Everest.
Everest,
Mount,
Mount,
and MT is also pronounced mount.
Mount.
Very good. Okay, listen. The highest is an adjective. It is the superlative of high. Mountain is a noun. The word mount is used as part of the name of a mountain. When we write the word mount like that, we say we write it MT, mount. For example, we say, oh, the very famous Mount Fuji. So we write it
Mhm.
MT, Fuji.
Yeah.
Another example is Mount Everest is the highest mountain in the world.
Mhm.
Let's practice. Which is the highest mountain in the world? Which is the highest mountain in the world? Mount Everest
Mount
is the
Everest
highest mountain in the
is
world.
the highest mountain in the world.
Very good. Okay, next. The largest.
The largest,
Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Very good. Okay, listen. The largest is an adjective. It is the superlative of large. It means very large. For example, Tokyo is the largest city in Japan. Okay, let's practice. Which is the largest city in Japan? Which is the largest city in Japan? Tokyo's the
Tokyo,
largest city
the largest
in
city
Japan.
in Japan.
Very good. Okay, so let's have last one. Okay, repeat date.
The date.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word date is a noun. It is a numbered day in a year. For example, the date today is the 2nd of November, 2023. Okay, let's practice. What's the date today? What's the date today? The date today
The date today
is the 2nd
is the
of
2nd
November,
of November
2023.
2003.
23.
23.
Very good. What was the date yesterday? What was the date yesterday? The date yesterday
The date
was
yesterday
the 1st
was the
of
1st
November,
of November
2023.
2023.
What will the date tomorrow be? Oh, it's holiday. What will the date tomorrow be? The date tomorrow
The date
will
tomorrow
be the 3rd
will be the 3rd
of November,
of November
2023.
2023.
Very good. Okay, so now let's move on to reading.
Okay.
Okay, so let's have reading. Our reading is at stage 2. The last one was at page 79. And the headword was kind. Okay, please start at page 81. Preposition
81.
81. Preposition because 80 is blank. So let's start 81.
A, a preposition.
Uh-huh.
The word on and the in